Welcome, sports enthusiasts, to another riveting episode of ATG Sports Plus. I'm Jessica Kiko, and I'm thrilled to be here with my fantastic co-host.
Thanks, Jessica. Hello, sports fans. I'm Zach Haiku. Buckle up because we're diving deep into some electrifying highlights from the sports world tonight.
Absolutely, Zach. We're here to bring you the freshest and most exciting updates from Second Life Sport, and we can't wait to share them with you.
And without further ado, let's jump into our top stories for today.
FVA GT Super Series sees Andrea Sankas taking the lead.
ATG Sports Plus gets an exclusive look with the KBCL fighters ahead of the big fight night.
SLCF race has Bahrain taking the flag. Stick around as we unpack these stories and more, ensuring your sports adrenaline stays at an all-time high.
From the Tokyo Sprint in the GT Super Series Round 1, let's look at the qualifying order for the 20-lap sprint. Luke Carmona took pole position with a time of 28.623 seconds, followed closely by Jesus Crisp and Eli Bennett.
The starting grid for the 40-lap feature race had some interesting changes. Umbreon Viper started in P1, followed by Morticia Velota and Cole Dallas.
In the Tokyo Sprint race, Pasta Lopez came out on top after starting from the 4th position. Azria Senecan and Candy Tomorrow rounded out the top 3, showing significant improvements from their starting positions.
In the main Tokyo race, Eli Bennett took the win, with Azria Senecan and Pasta Lopez completing the podium. Notably, Senecan had tremendous rise from the 13th on the grid.
Moving on to the GTSS Drivers' Championship standings, Azria Senecan has taken the lead with 63 points, followed very closely by Pasta Lopez with 62 points. Eli Bennett sits in 3rd with 58 points.
As we conclude today's segment, highlights from these races will be shown on future shows. Make sure to catch all the thrilling action from the GT Super Series. Friday night at Saguaro Park witnessed an intense motocross showdown. Simple Jacket initially took the lead, holding the front for the initial 2 laps.
But Morticia Velota quickly made her mark as the two engaged in a dynamic duel, overtaking each other multiple times and showcasing some aggressive maneuvers on the track.
And let's not forget about Chiquito Perez making a strong impression in their debut. They battled fiercely for that 3rd place spot against competitors like Umbreon Viper and Emmy Bloodberry.
Ultimately, Morticia Velota clinched the top spot, followed by Simple Jacket and Chiquito Perez rounding out the top 3.
Indeed, the Second Life motocross race at Saguaro MX Park was a thrilling display of talent and tenacity.
The highly anticipated KBCL Big Fight Night is set for today, 3:30 p.m. Vasily Nadjer and Titus Karan will be stepping into the ring battling for the Men's World Championship belt. We spoke to them and they had this to say to us. So on October 15th, Sunday at 3:30 p.m., we have a new set of big fights at KBCL, and we will have Titus Karan challenging Vasily Nadjer. Titus, how are you feeling about the fight?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Feeling really good about this match. I've been in the league for a bit, and I've sparred with Tassili pretty often. And lately, it's been a good battle between us. So, what I'm coming in is expecting to use everything as skill set as what I've been working on, and I got a couple tricks up my sleeve as well for this match.
That's great to hear. I know you've seen Tassili fight before. What do you feel you'll have to be paying very much attention to?
Yeah, Tassili, he's a great counter fighter, and him and I have similar tendencies. So it'll be a very strategic fight, and I plan to mix up a couple new things that he hasn't seen yet. So I'm trying to take home the belt this time.
It is. You have a chance to take the belt home. Do you have any message for Tassili?
Yes. Celia, love you, man, but I hope you can keep up.
Great words here from Titus Karen. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Hope to see
you.
everybody there.
See a great match on Sunday, October 15th, and may the best fighter win. So for the upcoming fight for the men's world championship belt, we have Tassili versus Titus. Tassili, how are you feeling about the upcoming fight?
I'm definitely, I'm excited. You know, I've been waiting on this opportunity for a long time. And, you know, back at GWFC, me and Cam we went toe to toe, you know, for three or four fights. And now, we moved on and, the KBCL, and now we have an opportunity to face Titus, which is, he's another one of the great fighters out there on the grid, you know. I just got a lot of respect for him, and we're just gonna go out there and do our best.
That's great. I know you've seen Titus fight. Where will you be looking out while on the ring, coming out from him?
I got to look out for his clinch. He's real good with clinching. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know he knows how to work the clinch, and he has real good movement and positioning. So I'm gonna have to be on my toes. You know.
Well, we'll be looking forward for a great fight there. Is there any other message you want to send to Titus before the upcoming fight?
Well, Titus, I know we go back a long way, and I know we're gonna do our best. We're gonna give each other a real fight, and we're gonna put on a good show. But I'm hoping to come away with this belt and remain champion.
Well, and we're looking forward to see a great fight later on. So Sunday, as you know, the 15th at 3:30, a big fight for the men's world championship belt, and may the best fighter win. Thank you so much, Tassili.
You're welcome. Y'all come on out and support us, you know. We'll be glad to have you.
Yeah. So don't forget, everyone should go and come and see.
And that's not the only belt up for grabs. Jack Creed takes on Stunna, aiming for the international belt. We did manage to catch up with Jack ahead of the match for his thoughts. For the upcoming fight for the international belt, Jack Creed will be facing Stunna. Jack, how are you feeling about the upcoming fight?
I'm feeling pretty confident in the fight coming up. I've never seen, Stunna spar, fight, train, anything like that. So it's pretty much kind of like if I'm fighting a ghost at this point. But I'm pretty sure he's hyped up, and I'm really hyped up for the fight. This championship belt opportunity has been long awaiting, and now it's the time, So.
All right. I know you haven't seen Stunna fight yet, but anything you'll be looking out for while in the ring?
To be honest with you, I'm going to check his movement. Movement is a big thing in the boxing world. If you just sit in one place, then it's not really good for you. It's pretty much about the cardio as well. How long of a distance you can go, let's see, before you get gassed out, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of strategic planning that I've did. I'm going to just kind of adapt. I'm going to get in to see how he's doing during the fight, and then try to switch it up. So I have a couple little plans in my head that I'm going to try to go for and see if we can pull off the win.
All right. That sounds awesome. Any message you want sent to Stunna for the upcoming fight?
I appreciate him being humble. He's been really respectful throughout this whole time period between us. He's a cool, solid dude outside the ring, but I know tomorrow is pretty much, it's going to be war between us all, friendship aside. Whenever we get in the ring, we have to do what we got to do, and only one of us can become a victor for the belt.
No, absolutely. Thank you, Jack. May the best fighter win.
Rounding up the evening, the main event will showcase a fierce competition between Mayo Rathburn and Lauria Trevida, challenging her for the Women's World Championship belt. Here's what they had to say to us. So for October 15th, Sunday at 3:30 p.m., we have here Maya Rathburn, who is going to face Laurie Atrevida, contesting for the Women's World Championship belt. How are you feeling about this fight, Mayo?
Oh, I'm feeling nervous, but I'm feeling good. I know I have been preparing for a long time, and this fight has been a long time coming.
Now, how do you feel your contestant, Laurie? What do you feel you have to be very aware of and very, very careful during this fight?
During this fight, I have to be very, very careful with my ring awareness. My opponent will come at me from the side. She's not the kind of person that faces me head on. I'm going to have to be very aware of where she is in the ring at all times, and also very aware of where my hands are. Once I drop those hands, she's going to go in, so I have to be ready.
All right. And do you have a message for Laurie for the upcoming fights?
I do. Laurie, you are going to have to pull out every trick in the book to get me down on that canvas. It's not going to be an easy fight. You know it, and I know it.
Thank you, Mayo. And may the best fighter win. Don't forget, October 15th, Sunday at 3:30 p.m. for KBCL, we have the main event. It's Maya Rathburn defending the title against Laurie Atrevida. Thank you, Mayo.
Thank you so much. Is it all right if I say where tickets are available?
Of course.
Great. So yes, tickets are still available for general admission on Marketplace through Ty Wilde. That's TYEWILDE. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And have a great time. And again, good luck on the fight.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
On Sunday, October 15th, the main event fight will be Maya Rathburn versus Laurie Atrevida for the Women's World Championship belt. Now, Laurie, you are facing Maya for the belt, for the championship. How are you feeling about the upcoming fight?
I feel great. That's the one I've been waiting for.
All right, and do you feel you have a great chance at the title?
I'm confident I will get the victory.
Do you think there is anything in particular you should be looking out from Maya on her fighting style?
She has a very nasty clink, so I'll have to stay alert.
Very well. And any message you want to send to Maya before the fight?
First of all, she is a great champion and excellent trainer. But we have crossed paths before in tournament at GWFC. I was able to pull off the win. She knows what I'm capable of, so she'll be ready for sure.
Very well. Words of support and of challenge coming out of Laurie towards Maya. Now, don't forget that is the main event on October 15th for the KBCL fight. Maya Rathburn versus Laurie Atrevida. May the best fighter win. Thank you, Laurie.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for exclusive fighter insights and all the highlights from today's matchups on our show. Looking ahead on the equestrian calendar, the Maple Leaf Open Quadrille Riding event is set for Tuesday, October the 17th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Then on Saturday, October 21st from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., we have the Evergarden TOT show jumping event. Competitors, don't forget the English tack and attire is suggested, and for a fun twist, spooky accessories are allowed.
Speaking of preparation, practice courses for the show jumping event will be available before each Saturday.
Quick note for participants, if you're planning on using mouse look, it should appear natural. Any unnatural movements like sliding on the ground or sharp turns might lead to disqualification.
Wrapping up that weekend, the Evergarden TOT racing is scheduled for Sunday, October the 22nd from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m.
Definitely a packed week, and for those who miss out, be sure to catch the highlights on our shows. Wrestling aficionados, an exhilarating week lies ahead in the Second Life wrestling sphere with a multitude of events in store. Let's make sure you're abreast of all the forthcoming actions in various arenas.
The excitement begins on Sunday with OEW Ascension at Taquita Bay at 10 a.m. Second Life time, featuring Parker the One against Lucardi Black, Gideon Ozul in a face-off with Bannock Og, and Jenny Mulkey versus Daisy Sue, and the headliner. Subsequent to that, Rise Global Tour arrives at Goha Arena at 1 p.m. Second Life time.
The momentum persists with Honor Pro Wrestling Infinity at Parkade at 2 p.m. Second Life time, succeeded by VWE Sunday Night Endurance at Capital City Arena at 3 p.m. Second Life time.
Concluding Sunday, we have PWGP's Dream at Saitama Arena at 4 p.m. Second Life time, wrapping up with UFW's Frontline at Furzona at 7 p.m. Second Life time.
Monday heralds more wrestling exploits with Premier Wrestling Attitude at the Lionheart Coliseum at 1 p.m. Second Life time, UFW Unbroken at Furzona at 5 p.m. Second Life time, and FWF Blood at Studio FWF at 7 p.m. Second Life time to conclude the day.
Come Tuesday, BCW's Battle Zone is slated to unfold at the Old Mill at 3 p.m. Second Life time, and Wednesday hosts Rise at Goha Arena at 1 p.m. Second Life time.
The agenda for Thursday includes Premier Wrestling Overload at the Lionheart Coliseum at 1 p.m. Second Life time, and APW Relentless at Amsterdam at 4 p.m. Second Life time. Jessica, isn't Friday also brimming with wrestling excitement?
Indeed, Zach. Friday showcases DCWF Slam City at Little Italy at 2 p.m. Second Life time, VWE Friday Night Defiance at Capital City Arena at 6 p.m. Second Life time, and UFW Nightfall at Furzona at 8 p.m. Second Life time, each ensuring a distinctive thrill for the audience.
Saturday is also unmissable with PWGP Risen at Saitama Arena and Premier Unplugged at Pink Moon Estates, both at 12 p.m. Second Life time, Elite Angel Wrestling at Sacred Island at 4 p.m. Second Life time, and WPWF Asylum at Sky High Arena at 6 p.m. Second Life time. The evening concludes with FCW Mayhem Night at FCW Arena at 8 p.m. Second Life time.
A week saturated with intense wrestling showdowns. Make sure to mark your calendars and join us for comprehensive coverage and highlights of these events exclusively on ATG Sports Plus. Wishing all wrestlers the best as they bring their top form to the ring. Zach, last week's virtual wrestling in Second Life provided a series of unforgettable moments across several promotions, crafting an electric atmosphere that will surely be remembered.
Absolutely, Jessica. The competitors showcase top-tier skill and strategic mastery, turning each match into a mesmerizing spectacle for all spectators.
Recapping OEW Ascension last week, KJ Dallas achieved a DQ victory over OEW World Heavyweight Champion Tank Ventura.
And in an unexpected turn, Volcano's moment was overshadowed when her vehicle was vandalized. We also saw a glimpse from BCW, with Tisa Pierce making quite the entrance, attacking Leah Duffield.
In the ring, Koa displayed commendable skill even in defeat against the Diamond Sands champion Skillix.
Wrapping things up, Mama T took a moment to extend an apology to Karen Winter's parents, foreshadowing upcoming intensity with Karen.
Certainly some unforgettable moments. Highlights for next week's OEW Ascension will be featured on our next show.
Diving into the WPWF Asylum recap, the show kicked off with Rena Kadoya, title in hand, followed by Maya Haraya confidently declaring her unbeaten status.
But that confidence was soon interrupted by Rachel Celeste's entrance. Answering Rena's challenge, Rachel makes her intentions clear. A non-title match was set for the night, and if Rachel won, she'd get a shot at the world title.
And speaking of matches, match 1 saw Mazra Baxton clinch a victory over Katie Carter. It was a fantastic display with a perfectly timed splash sealing the deal for Mazra.
Not too long after, Kimberly Smith made her way to the ring, recapping her win against Carmelita and commenting on the tie between Vena the Kraken Gupta and Ree Kurihara. Drama unfolds as Ree blindsides Vena, but the chaos doesn't end there.
Indeed, Kimberly tries to intervene, only to get caught in the crossfire herself. Austin Knight, via video, announces the Sirens' rising title defense in a triple threat for the next FPV. What a turn of events!
Moving on, match 2 saw Soledad emerge victorious against Carmelita Marcel after landing a solid destino. And in match 3, Rome Whitesong managed to overpower Samantha Foxy, grabbing the win.
Now to the main event. Rachel Celeste faced off against Rena Kadoya. The action was intense, both in and outside the ring, and Rachel, relentless in her pursuit, managed to overcome Rena, earning herself that coveted title shot.
Definitely some jaw-dropping moments from WPWF Asylum. Catch all the highlights on our show soon.
The exhilaration is tangible with such riveting action and edge-of-the-seat matches. Our anticipation for upcoming events is soaring.
Absolutely, Zach. Viewers, stay tuned for more pulse-pounding moments and evolving drama in the forthcoming event.
Last night at the Second Life Cycling Federation race, the action was as fast-paced off the track as it was on it. There were several unexpected hiccups, including the need for new queuing methods due to the increased number of riders.
That's right, Zach. There were also some technical challenges with the racing modes, causing issues with the bike timing during the race. And if that wasn't enough, there was some unexpected construction on the track and a few disturbances in the chat that diverted the organizers' attention.
The SLCF urges participants and fans to keep the environment professional and free from political discussions. It's all about sportsmanship and the love of the game. But let's move on to the results, shall we?
Certainly. For the finals, we saw Val Crane taking the top spot, followed by Morticia Velota and Candy Tomorrow. Nicole Dallas and Eric 10:24:09 rounded out the top 5.
When it came to the fastest lap times, Eli Bennett set the pace with Morticia Velota and Candy Tomorrow close on their heels.
The organizers appreciate everyone's patience and remind participants of the suggestion and complaint submission point near the start gate. We hope to see a smoother race next time, and as always, we'll bring you the highlights right here. A heartfelt thank you to all our viewers for joining us here at ATG Sports Plus. We've navigated through the highs, the lows, and every thrilling moment in between.
That's right, Jessica. Whether you're spectating from the sidelines or diving into the action, don't forget to keep the ball rolling in the virtual field.